Welcome back to another episode of Peak Performers Podcast. I'm your host, Thor Conklin. Today we're going to discuss the dangers in saying we don't do that.
Welcome to this edition of Peak Performers Podcast with your host, Thor Conklin. Thor will be sharing the necessary tools, strategies, and psychology you'll need to become a peak performer in any area of your life or business.
Thor Conklin here. We give you the tricks, the tips, the tools, the strategy, the technology, and the psychology peak performers use in order to get more done and execute at the highest level. If you know what to do but struggle with getting it all done, or simply want to raise your game to the next level, this podcast is for you. Sit back and enjoy. On this show, we talk a lot about understanding who you are, what you stand for, what your company stands for, the things that you do, and the things you don't do. Make sure that you choose a niche, go down a lane, and be very specific, because you can't be all things to all people. Well, today I want to talk about the pitfalls of not being open to other opportunities and simply saying, we don't do that. I want you to be narrow. I want you to be focused. But I also want you to be open to opportunity. I just started my training for my Ironman race. I hired a coach, and the first thing she had me do was go out and get one of these watches that, does your heartbeat, does how far you go, the GPS, calories burned, all these different things. I said, okay, which one do I need to buy? She goes, well, you can go out and you can get this Garmin one. It's really good. I said, I don't like wearing that strap around your chest to do the heartbeat. Is there one that does, the watch does it, so I don't have all these different gadgets? And she goes, sure, it'll cost you a little bit more, but yes, they have those. So I go on Amazon, I'm looking around, and I find out that this watch is $600. Now, I don't mind spending $600 on a watch, but it better be a nice watch that I'm going to use for other things. Now, I've got a beautiful collection of elegant watches, dress watches, all kinds of sport watches. So the last thing I needed was another watch. And I didn't want to spend $600 on something that was just going to do my heart rate and tell me how far I ran and had a clock on it. So I'm like, okay, if I don't buy the Garmin, is there another one out there? So somebody says, the iWatch will do that. I'm like, the iWatch. I'm like, all right, let me go check it out. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. It'll do my heartbeat without having that monitor thing. It'll track all the distances I go. It has a stopwatch. I can wear it in the water. This is perfect. But I said I only got one problem. I've always said that the iWatch is the stupidest thing ever invented for execution and getting things done. The last thing that I would ever buy would be an iWatch. Why would I want to put something on my wrist that is constantly going to beep and buzz and completely distract me? One of the things that with all my clients, the first thing we talk about is make sure you turn off all notifications so when you're in your genius and you're operating on the things that are most important in your business or in your life, make sure that you're not being distracted by your phone. And certainly do not wear an iWatch. So I got caught up in this, I will never own an iWatch. Well, guess what I now own? I own an iWatch. And I got to tell you, I absolutely love it. This thing does everything that I need for the Ironman. Plus, when I'm out on my bike, I don't have to bring my phone anymore. It's actually a phone. And I actually learned that I can turn off the notifications. At night, if I want this to actually monitor my sleep, it'll do that as well. Technology's changing. Times are changing. I've got to change. And I found myself almost willing not to buy it because I said at one point, well, multiple points, I would never own one. It's a stupid device. What I had to come to realize is it wasn't the device, but how we use the device. How is it going to notify me? When is it going to notify me? What modifications can I put on the watch so it doesn't distract me? It has been a great tool. Last year, when customers were constantly asking us for accountability, we kept saying, we don't do accountability. That's not our core practice. Enough people asked long enough, and there was a big enough need in the marketplace. We sat down with the team and said, okay, look, our prospects and our customers are asking for this service. Can we provide it? Yes. Can we make money doing it? Yes. Can we do it better than others? Yes. Why aren't we doing it? Because we said we don't do it. That was it. Once we answered those questions, can we do it? Can we make money doing it? And is it a value to the customer? When they all said yes, then all we have to figure out is, okay, how are we going to do it? And we figured it out. We came up with a world-class accountability management system where people hire us to truly keep them accountable. My question to you today is, in your business, in your life, where are you saying, we don't do that, I don't do that? What opportunities are you missing? Now, again, I do not want you to confuse this to becoming all things to all people, but simply in your lane, in your niche, where is your customer begging for products and services that you're not giving them? One, because you may not even be asking them what they want. If that's the case, stop that and get out there and start talking to your customers. Find out what they want. What do they need? Where's their pain points? Don't get caught up in that spot where you simply say, we don't do that. Be open for opportunities. Ask yourself that question. This week, what are we not doing that we could be doing that would be extremely valuable to our customers? Have an incredible week, and we look forward to seeing you back here on the Peak Performers Podcast. Thank you so much for listening today. I really do appreciate your time, and I hope you found today's show valuable. If you would like to receive these shows automatically to your phone or to your computer, simply go to iTunes and subscribe. After listening to several of the shows, if you're so inclined, please leave us a 5-star rating, as this helps us reach additional people and spread the message. If you're truly committed to taking your life to the next level and doing whatever it takes to become a peak performer, but something's holding you back, something is blocking your way, and you just can't seem to figure out what it is, send me an email to info@thorconklin.com. And I'd be more than happy to get on the phone with you. We'll schedule a 15-minute discovery call. No obligation, no cost. I absolutely love to hear from the listeners. And if there's something I can do to help, I'd be more than happy to do that. Also, if you found something of great interest in today's show and you want to share that with your friends and family, simply go to my Facebook page, Thor Conklin, click on the episode, hit the share button, and share it on your page. You can follow me at Twitter at Thor Conklin. The website is thorconklin.com. We're constantly adding new free resources, discussing additional tricks, tips, tools, and strategies on how to be a peak performer. Remember, I try to keep these episodes short so you can listen to them during dot time, doing other things, commuting, driving, walking, working out. Decide to be a peak performer in all that you do. And until tomorrow, have an absolutely amazing day.